My energy is right. Yeah. Take that. Woo. My bad, Lily.
You got it.
Hey, how is everybody doing out there? This is Journey of a Relationship. I don't know what episode we're on.
I don't know either.
But it's that number. It's Bren'Tel and we have
Janelle
here. And we on this podcast we talk about relationships and everything that it comes with.
Yeah.
So how have you been?
Good. I have to say, I'm a little rusty because it's been a while, but I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic, I guess. Actually, I'm not fantastic.
Lies.
I'm all over the place, to be honest with you. Yeah, so a lot's been going on in the world and personally.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Yeah.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I want to feel fantastic.
Claim it.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. You?
Me what?
How are you?
I already said I was good.
Cool.
Considering everything like you said, but trying to look at the bright side of things.
With everything that's going on outside in the world, being in a relationship, like we're gonna put an identity on it. Like being black in a relationship, we have different weight to our relationship than other races have, because we got like built-in shit from society, and like that can weigh on you personally, which comes into the relationship. How you deal with it determines, how happy you are in the end. But do you think there is, like, between men and women in the household, like relationship wise, is there like a struggle to have your struggle, your oppression recognized as like a woman in a relationship? Because it's like, for black women, it's like being black twice. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a woman too.
Yeah. Double minority.
Yeah.
It could be, but I would say that it's really not in our relationship because you recognize that. But I think for a lot of people, it's not. Like, we as black women are looked at still as like, oh, you don't have it that bad as us, meaning black men. But we have our own struggles, if you're talking about like equal pay, equal work, and that whole dynamic of still not getting paid for the work that we do, as far as compared to a man getting paid more. There's still prejudices against black women with all the Karens in the world, and how we're looked at as angry or aggressive, when you are, in actuality, you could be confident and assertive and know what you want, but that could be threatening to a Karen. No disrespect.
And a Kevin too.
And a Kevin. Let's not use that name. No, but
that's
a Kyle.
All right.
But that could be perceived as a threat to them. Mm-hmm. So, and it goes on and on. So I think that should be recognized, and understood in a relationship, that we as Black women have struggles too. And it's not to discount the struggles that, Black men go through. Our men that we're with go through too, but I don't think we have that issue, but I do think that is an issue in other relationships.
I think the solution to that is like you guys got to lean on each other in those times, mm-hmm. whether it be like in unison. You got to decide if y'all going like calm each other down, or y'all gonna burn down the building. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you got to be in unison with whatever your move is. But a lot of times that is an obstacle to that is like, because there was a quote one time that I seen, and it was like, straight Black men are the white men of Black people. Mm. Because we have the most privilege and we can opt out of shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like if there's something that doesn't center us, we can be like, nah, or we just ignore it or whatever. Yep. Man, you see that with like anytime a Black woman's unarmed Black woman's killed, the fucking rallies aren't packed. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They aren't packed the same as if a Black man is killed. Yeah. And that's because Black men get to opt in and out. But they don't get to, but they do. You know what I'm saying? They choose to. Yeah, they choose to. And once you, as a Black man in a relationship with a Black woman, you have to recognize that she got obstacles too. Mm-hmm. She has her oppression, and you can't be there for someone if you don't recognize them and what they're going through. Yep. So
I think on. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just wanted to add that we have to lift each other up. I think that there's a responsibility, and I'm thinking as Black men, I think there's a responsibility to lift up Black women, because many times it's us doing that, and we don't always get that in return. So I think that's important, to honor Black women, to lift them up, to not, you know what I'm saying, allow, if you hear it, not allow that to stand. If you hear somebody saying something crazy about us. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I agree, and on the flip side, like for Black women, like don't speak ill of Black men. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't speak ill. Speak life into each other. Mm-hmm. Is love a full-time job?
Yes, it is.
It's overtime. It's a double. It's
a job because you guys show up even if you don't feel like it, to get paid, if you will. So it's the same concept. You don't go to work, you don't get paid, you don't reap the benefits.
Love ethic.
That's right. And so that's a lot of sweat equity you got.
I need a break. Can I get my lunch?
Ain't no breaks today or lunch. So
we behind.
You gotta work it off. So to me it is, because you gotta like, it's like constantly thinking about the other person, like how they feel, how they'll react to things, like making sure they're good, they're happy, it's a lot of work. Fighting for it if you need to. So that's definitely a full-time job. There's no way around it. I think you get in, you get out of it what you put in. So if you go half-ass, that's what you gonna get.
I feel like you're gonna have to like work your ass off. Like, you're gonna have to spend one-on-one time with yourself to work on yourself as you work on the relationship, and that's what makes it tough.
Yeah,
because you got to constantly work on your relationship while you're working on yourself. And a lot of people be like, well, you should have worked on yourself by yourself. No, it's you're an ever evolving.
I was just about to say that.
You know what I'm saying? Entity. You know what I'm saying? So
you have to be self-aware. You have to know the things that are in you that could be contributing to, potential issues. And it's a lot of self-reflection. But you gotta start there, and then branch off into your relationship.
How much stress should a healthy relationship bring?
I think it should bring some, because healthy doesn't equal perfect. So
we keep it real over here. So.
Real hip hop. So healthy does not equal perfect, folks. So yeah, it's gonna cause some stress. You're gonna have ups and downs. But should you have a lot of stress? I don't think so. I think that's when you cross over into the unhealthy portion. But yeah, it definitely brings some stress. And then, all stress isn't bad stress.
Is it stress, or is it what's worse? Is stress or pressure?
I think pressure. Do you think? I mean,
it's a great question, but
it is a great question.
I give myself the flowers.
Here you go.
I pressure could be self-inflicted.
Yes,
because you want it to
achieve. Work. Yeah, and that could be a good thing. And then stress is, like I said, stress isn't always a bad. Is
a result of the pressure. That, you know what I'm saying? It can.
Yeah.
It can be as a result of.
But good stress could be you're excited. You're excited about.
Is that a thing?
Good stress is a thing. If you're, I promise you, if you're excited about something, or let's say there's a test and you want to get a really good grade on it, so you're like nervous about it and you have this energy, but then as soon as it's over, you're cool, but there's that buildup, so there is good stress. Your adrenaline's pumping, you have excitement. Relationships can bring that. Right, go ahead and Google it. I know what I'm talking about.
I'm watching.
I kick straight facts.
Yeah, son.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
Tell the people.
Good stress is a thing, people.
Thank you.
It's more like that. It's like butterflies. Really, that's what it is.
Yeah. See?
You be knowing, sis. Do you have to prove you love someone every day?
I say yes, but it doesn't have to be like these extravagant measures. Don't do that. Extravagant measures that you have to take to quote unquote prove it. But I think it should be natural. I think you naturally every day should want to and actually do show someone that you love them. It's that's talking to them. But show and prove.
See, I take that totally different. Prove is like, prove your love to me every day. Like, no,
it could be.
You know I love you.
It could be small, though. Small gestures, words of affirmation.
I get what you're saying, but that's not proof.
That's how I look at it. I know
proving is the part to me that I don't like.
That's because you're making it a thing. What I'm saying? You're making it a thing, though.
I'm being honest, though. But, like, the prove to me is like, prove to me that you're worthy for me to be, you know what I'm saying?
Like, every day I got to prove my love to you, girl. No, I mean...
You know what I'm saying?
I get it, but I don't look at it like that.
You here, ain't you?
Right. That's not enough. I think you prove... Mm-hmm. The proof is in the actions. Mm-hmm. It's the love you show. It's the attention you pay to the person. It is the time, the energy. That's how you prove it. But those things should naturally happen.
I guess it's just the way I'm reading, like the question.
Yeah, the
prove to me is damn. It's kind of like how white people see Black Lives Matter. They read it only Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
To me, it's like proof. It's like I see it with worthy and worth. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Prove your worth. Is this how it in this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're giving it like a negative connotation.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. When to me it could be perceived that way, but it's not.
And like the way you see it is, to me, the wording is to me is like just loving them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just loving somebody.
Yeah,
like,
it naturally occurs.
Proving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But as a result, I can point to this, and this as proof that you love me.
It should be a feeling.
It is a feeling. Because you know it, but if somebody else was like, if they asked you, you could have receipts. He does this, he says this.
I don't agree with that.
You shouldn't have to do that, but you would come prepared.
I hear you. I just don't agree.
I'm saying, like, if somebody, I know what I know to be true, but if somebody asked me and they said, hey, how do you know that
okay,
I would be like, okay.
To me, this is a great discussion. Let me hit save right quick. To me, like, love to me is a feeling, right?
Yeah.
So you can do all these gestures and I can still not have that feeling.
Okay. Do you believe that love is an action word?
I think it's a, how can I say this? It's a state of your humanity.
Okay.
Meaning, like, it's an energy. Mm-hmm. Not to be too deep, but it's like it's a specific energy that you give off and you receive.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Things that you do can't make that.
It just is.
It is.
Yeah.
Proving that I love you is, or it's not proving, it's knowing. Mm-hmm. That's the greater purpose, is knowing. Mm-hmm. So, like, when you say prove by doing this, and this, like, it can be intangible, but the feeling is the most intangible. That energy that you transfer to one another. That captures your whole being is what is the quote unquote proof. You can't do it with grandiose gestures. You can't do it with, you know what I'm saying?
Stuff.
It's deeper than shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
To me.
I agree.
So you can't prove that every day. To me, because we have two different love languages. To me, it's like something happens. I'm at my lowest. You were there. You can't do that every day. You're not going to get that opportunity every day.
Right.
But I'm going to remember when you were there. I can't put a price or, you know what I'm saying? Anything that those moments were worth more than the actual seconds that it was happening. So it's deeper than shit.
Right.
In grandiose gesture. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's just the way I see it.
Yeah. I agree. 100%. I think we interpreted the question differently. But I understand what you're saying.
How so?
Because I didn't give it a negative connotation. Like,
oh, okay.
As far as the proving part. To me, it could be, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be this grandiose thing you do. You know, it is a feeling. But you also.
I didn't say that. I didn't ask that for, to go in the loop. I just wanted to know, like.
Right.
Okay.
You show it.
Okay.
What you trying to say?
No, I didn't want to go, because I didn't want to bore the listeners with.
They good.
Do we underestimate what it takes to make a healthy relationship work?
Do we
underestimate what it takes to make a healthy relationship work? Did I underestimate it? I would have to say yeah.
How so?
Because I never really approached a relationship like that, like the way I'm doing it now. It's a lot of work, and there's things that, it's a lot of areas that I'm green on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would have to say I underestimated because I didn't know what it was. So, that's me personally. But how do you feel about it?
I don't think I underestimated it. I was
because you a vet, huh?
Right, I'm an OG. But I think I'm pretty self-aware. So to have the kind of relationship that I knew I wanted, I knew what it required. The only thing that I didn't know was the intricate details of you, and specifically what it takes to reach you. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be tailor made. Your methods.
You can't just here's the blueprint.
Right.
And on page 26.
So all that had to be thrown out the window. But
you can't learn this by no book. You got to live this. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about?
It's not one size fits all. So you can't come with that. Yeah, you should have some principles and some values and some, but that'll only take you so far. So.
I think that the intricate details part that's for me. It's like where a sports player, a ball player or a quarterback. You got to go back and watch film. You know what I'm saying? You got to constantly go. I got to replay conversations. I got to, you know what I'm saying?
You got to pay attention.
Yeah. So, it's the details that make you great.
It's all
attention
in
to detail.
The detail.
Let's see. What they say? The devil is in the details? Let's see. Is love and happiness the same thing?
Nope.
Pew, 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 pew.
No, it's not the same thing. Because you can love a person and be miserable. So it's not synonymous. And I think that you can be happy and not. You can be happiness can stand alone.
Ooh, I got one. Can you be happy but not like love that person?
Yeah.
As a dude, I was just about to say, because the best, Patrice O'Neal used to say, rest in peace to him. Matter of fact, we gotta watch that. That thing. I got the thing upstairs. We can watch it.
Okay.
I've been telling you that for like
forever. Yeah.
He says the best relationship is when a man likes a woman and the woman loves him.
That's BS.
No, it was hilarious how he broke it down. He said, because as a man, when you love a woman, it's like, ugh.
I can't stand her. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I like her, man. She's,
yeah.
I like her, yo.
I think that's dope. Ideally, you would have both. You would like and love the person. If that makes sense. Yes.
I love you and
you like me too.
I like you sometimes.
You like me every day.
I like you when you're not on my nerves.
I'm never on your nerves.
No, but I guess I never thought about that question like that.
They're not one and the same.
And that's crazy when you think about it. So is happiness fleeting? Because you're chasing it all the time.
Yeah.
So does that make it dangerous for your relationship if you don't have it, and you're or you're constantly trying to keep a hold of it,
even though it can be elusive?
It's fleeting, yeah.
Yeah. Or is it a state of being? Happiness comes from within.
No, joy comes from within.
I say happiness. Google it.
I know that for a fact. I know that for I
got
right.
the joy down in my heart. I read that happiness comes from
Read
within.
it again.
But I think that you should be. What about being content? Satisfied.
Is that being complacent?
No.
That's like,
I think it's settling.
You're on the street. You're on the highway to complacency.
You think so?
Yeah, when you just like, you like it?
So then what state should you be where it's like you think you're really... So what is it then when you feel like...
I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I don't know. I'm processing these thoughts right now.
Right. But I think isn't the goal to sort of be like you put the work in. I mean, it's always work. But then should you come to a place where you're just kind of like on autopilot where everything's flowing and you know each other and you can read one another, you learn each other, which is a constant state of doing that. But like, don't you get to a sweet spot? A sweet spot where
so
you're good. Like
the whole point of the journey is to find the sweet spot.
Yeah. So it's ever changing. It's ever evolving what that looks like.
Actually, I don't think it is. Because I think it's a formula that's individualized to your relationship. And once you find the formula, everything is balanced.
Based on the intricacies. Learning, yes.
Yeah.
Each other. Yeah.
Oh, no. This is next level podding right here.
It's deep.
Can you move on without forgiveness?
Yeah, I've had to. So, and are you referring to like someone does you wrong, they commit an offense, and they aren't sorry, they don't apologize.
This is not even. This is bigger than relationships too. This is family
in
members.
General, right?
Yeah.
So it's when you don't get that apology that you feel like you deserve. For me personally, like,
I don't think.
So how do you take that?
Forgiveness is for you.
Right, not the other person.
Right.
Yes.
So, not to cut you off, I'm sorry. I think that any infraction that is placed upon against you, you believe that you can move on without forgiveness. I'm trying to place in my mind, there's a word that I'm chasing, but it's not moving on. You're doing something else. It's almost like you're cutting off. You're amputating that relationship. You're not, it's different from moving on. Like, moving on is like, you could still be here. I'm cool with being around you. I moved on. You know what I'm saying? Not like being around you, or when I see you, I don't feel no animosity or whatever.
But you've created a boundary.
Yeah, but I feel like, to me, I can't do that without forgiving that person. All right, cool. I'm not happy with what the fuck you did. This is not me turning the other cheek. This is for me and my sanity, my dignity. Boom, you got it.
So you've made your own peace.
Yeah, I've made peace. That's what I'm saying.
With the situation, right?
Forgiveness is making that peace. Is moving on.
Yeah,
they're connected. So it's like that's why I asked the question.
I don't know. I can think of like situations that I've been in, and I don't even know if I've truly forgiven. I don't know. I feel like I kind of just left it. Like I just left.
It's like an amputation,
basically, and there really wasn't quote unquote closure, or I just kind of moved past it.
That's the thing with people, you don't need closure.
Right.
You need forgiveness. You need to forgive with yourself. They don't got to hear it. They don't got to know it. But you got to say, you know what? I forgive.
You forgive them.
Yeah, that's the closure for me. You know what I'm saying? That's how far the closure is going for me.
What happens when you're not at the space to do that, but just time goes by and you just keep doing life, and you haven't.
Then it's repressed. All that shit is repressed, and it comes out in the worst moments.
Interesting.
So you have to forgive in order to genuinely move on. To
heal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll consider it.
We only have one. Is it wrong? Because I couldn't freestyle nothing. Is it wrong to go on a trip? I feel like we asked this.
No, we haven't.
To go on a trip with your single friends when you're in a relationship.
We've talked about going out with single friends, but not
out trip. Same thing.
A trip is a next level.
Oh my gosh!
An outing is like a night out. We talking about some days.
It's only difference because you can't monitor.
It's a timeline too, and you're going potentially somewhere away.
And
it's multi-layered. Okay, here's the thing.
I don't see it, sis.
You blind. You need to wipe your glasses. So, pictures. Okay, so for me, it's multi-layered because I think that if you're in a relationship, you should still do things with your single friends, right? And it could be
all of
trips, outings.
Except cheating.
Excuse me?
All of it except cheating.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. But what if...
Just don't be in and off nefarious shit.
Right. But here's the thing. If your people are single and they're on the prowl, they're on the hunt, they're looking for something.
We should have went live on Facebook. My bad.
They looking for something, right? And you're in a relationship or you're married or whatever. What you supposed to do while they on the prowl?
You just
gonna be chilling and sitting with your drink, sitting in the corner.
You have shitty friends, for one.
But that's the dilemma.
It depends on who your friends are.
Okay, but what if they just want to go to the club, go out, have a good time? They're single. They're going to want to mingle. They're going to want to meet dudes, meet girls.
Okay.
Hang out.
Why would I? Okay. For me, I don't think it's wrong. I just think that sounds exhausting.
It does, because you're not in that life. Like, that's not your life anymore.
So why would I want to be? Because
you're friends. Because you're trying to be.
Dog, this is my friends know. I like to go hoop.
Okay.
I like to, hey, let's get the fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's watch the fight. Mm-hmm. Or let's go to the wing spot and watch the games. Mm-hmm. Hey, let's go to a game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I never fucking liked the club. Ever. Never. I used to go only because I was single and there was chicks there.
Right.
And I liked to dance. But I hated the clubs. And it's and back then, you remember you used to be able to smoke in the club?
Yeah.
I fucking hated it. Anyway, I never liked the club. Shit. And performing on a nightly basis and shit, you always had to be there.
Because
I got burnt out. It's old. Yeah. I don't like that shit.
Right. But you don't. But if your friends are single and they're still about that life, you're not going to knock them because they could be looking for love.
Y'all go ahead. I'm going to be at the pool. You know what I'm saying?
But then you by yourself.
I'm always by myself. I'm cool.
Right. But I think that's for dudes, though. I think that's cool for dudes. I think.
What makes it different for women?
I just think for women, they don't want to be necessarily left out, or they still want to hang with their girls. And there's probably more peer pressure from their girls to be like, don't just be sitting there, whatever. Don't be boring because you got a man. Come on with us. You don't have to do nothing. And then you could be looked at as
I don't
bougie.
I don't think that's healthy. Your friends are disregarding your comfort.
Yes.
You feel me?
Which, again, then I think before you go on the trip, then you need to have a conversation. What we doing? What y'all trying to do? Mm-hmm. And then you can decide if this is in your best interest or not.
Ask that in a poll somehow. Because, with women, that's a thing. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The peer pressure or whatever.
I mean, they wouldn't label it that, but whack. I've gotten that.
That's whack.
You know what I'm saying? We don't see you as much, or
no, I'm talking about if you're out. Go. If you're out, no, just don't do
Yeah, I've gotten that.
I don't understand that.
Be like, you good. Like, you're not going to do nothing, whatever. But we going to do our chilling. Thing. Right.
Let people be. I don't understand that.
You just got to find out what the mission is of the trip.
And the whole purpose.
Yes. What we going for? Because it's one thing if it's a true weekend with the fellas or the girls or whatever, and y'all doing
like Issa did on the first episode where she took the Molly to that club. And
she
was over trying to go see Daniel.
Right. She was on a mission. Mm-hmm. So that's what you need to know before you go. Otherwise, it's a conflict of interest.
Speaking of that show, I can't wait to season 5, and we get to hear Lawrence and Chad talk about it. Oh my God!
What happened to Chad?
He just ain't been on the show.
I know, but
was he on this season? Oh yeah. He was on the first episode.
Yeah, one.
Was it the first episode?
It was like the first or second one. When him and Lawrence was on the first one. The car.
Yeah, he was on the first one.
Yeah, but then he had no storyline.
Damn, I need my nigga Chad. Oh, remember he was on like Instagram Live on Thanksgiving. We seen him then because his girl got mad because he was cheating. Yeah.
So can you imagine trying to go on a trip with somebody like him if you got a friend like Chad? Like,
no. Chad kept it real. Remember, he was like, "Nah, you an R&B nigga. This ain't the life for you." You know what I'm saying? He kept it real. Men do that.
They got you. Like, they got you like that.
Yeah, like this ain't because remember he was like because Lawrence was about trying to run through women out of his pain,
right,
and like bring that pain into other women's lives. Right, and he was saying like, "Nigga, this ain't cut. You ain't cut from that cloth. You want to feel special.
You want to be held. After.
Yeah, like you. That's not. This ain't for you, bro.
It's not your bag."
And men do that. Men know, like, yeah, this ain't for you, dog.
So your friends who are single, they care about the fact that you were in a relationship.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay.
At the end of the day, we all want to see each other's like happy and like in healthy relationships.
So they encourage
that,
and they don't encourage nefarious activities.
Now, what they do, you know what I'm saying?
They
really, we can't
choice.
even say we can't even say they anymore because it's just like Mike, Kirsch, and me. We're in relationships.
Okay, but if you brought the whole crew together,
only ones that still own it like that is never mind.
They shall remain nameless.
Yeah. I don't know what they got going.
But those that are
single,
it's
process of elimination.
Right.
Brendan he in a relationship and Tyrone is too.
No disrespect. Yeah, that's good. I think you need friends that will hold you accountable or don't try to get you in some shit. Like, that's good. My friends are the same way, I gotta say.
Actually, you know what? Brendan, he's not like, hey man, let's go do this, let's go do that. And he know you're in a relationship, he won't do that. But Ty, on the other hand, he'll be like, oh, all right. Yeah. He's like indifferent about everything. Like, life is your choice. You know what I'm saying?
You can go through door number 1 or door number 2. The choice is yours. Yeah. I mean, but then it falls on you. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not anybody else's job to hold you accountable, you know? So.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then you gotta, as this significant other, you gotta be like, man, she knows or he knows how much this relationship is worth. They're not gonna fuck it up.
Right. That's right. Trust.
And if you don't have that, then you guys gotta go back some steps and figure out where you went wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Rewind.
So,
absolutely.
That is everything. I think this pod was fantastic.
I think so too.
It was an A+ pod.
A+.
See what happens when you let me get my music together first and let me pregame.
You had to catch a vibe.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Life, man. I've been like starting to do stuff that is new to me that I've never done before. Like I'm starting to do like graphic art, stuff like that, graphic editing, and it's really cool. And I want to add more things that I've never done to my repertoire of stuff I know how to do.
Now's the time.
I want to do like something that's like a trade, like masonry or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Carpentry.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's another thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Learn.
I think we got to take the limits off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with trying new things, seeing what sticks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of that evolution as a person, you know? Gaining new hobbies and exploring.
Shout out to the people who've purchased designs from me.
Yeah.
I appreciate you all.
Yeah. For the support.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. I don't have anything else. So until next time.
Okay.
We'll hollow.
Peace.
I love you.